cammino sulle mine, per te passo questo confine, portando nel bagagliaio cose che non ti posso dire. La mia vita è un film come al cine, io te poi opposti al caline. Solo tu mi rilassi alla fine, solo tu mi rilasci endorfine. Non mi fido delle altre bambine, siamo unici tigri albine. Sotto il sole di mezzanotte io ti scriverò le mie rime. E la nostra vita è musica, quindi rappo sopra il tuo battito. E quanta gente ci giudica, nessuno coglie quest'attimo. Sognavo che ero innocente, ma poi mi sono svegliato e tu non c'eri per niente e restavo il tipo sbagliato.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno dormire, cose che non si possono dire, insieme siamo l'inizio e la fine.
Ci cerchiamo come animali, a piedi nudi come i gitani, contro il mondo con le mani, come se non ci fosse un domani. Ora siamo pronti a tutto, a cose che non possiamo dire, a sogni che non fanno dormire. Noi siamo l'inizio e la fine. Non devo guardare il cielo per capire da dove piove, se mi cerchi sono già altrove, indirizzo nuvola 9. Io che ti ho coperta d'oro nei nostri giorni preziosi, ed ora piango sangue e gli dei sono tutti invidiosi.
Siamo fragili, se tutti ci toccano, siamo fatti di sogni che non ci fanno dormire, cose che non...
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Trailblazers in Portland. For Portland, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Marc Gasol will take the floor tonight, the younger Gasol brother. Hasn't won a championship yet, which of course Pau has. But Shaq, would you consider him the top center in the league, Marc Gasol?
He's in the top two. You know, what I like about his game, there's no weaknesses in his game. Hits all of his shots from...
Hello, everyone, and welcome to this Saturday afternoon presentation of NBA basketball. Right here on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. This is Kevin Harlan. We have Doris Burks on the sideline as well. We're live from Portland, Oregon. Hometown fans are cheering for their Trailblazers. He'll be the Nets off the tip. Harden with it. Outside Westbrook. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Russell Westbrook out there with Harden. Then there's Howard. Then it's LeBron James. And it's Davis in at the four-man position. Last season was difficult for Dwight Howard, to say the least, across the board. Worse since, in fact, his rookie year.
Yeah, he just wasn't able to stay healthy. I mean, looks dominant in spurts. Gets you thinking, okay, he's back. Then his body betrays him.
Now, here's Thompson. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. Aldridge a screen. Anthony with it. He's picked up by James. And that one's good.
And how about that? Just an easy way to get on the board.
And just like that, Greg, the first lead belongs to them.
Harden outside. First quarter, just over a minute played. And the basket good.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. You know, getting the ball inside early.
And it worked to perfection, Clark, on that possession. We'll see how that plays out in terms of being a big part of their game plan.
Here's Thompson. James Harden picking up that last basket. Now Thompson. Outside Curry. And the shot is good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
James outside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Westbrook with the bucket.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And Thompson kicks to Curry. And he gets the bucket.
And I tell you what, anytime you get those easy ones, that basket starts to get bigger.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Harden outside. Back to Westbrook. Fires from 14. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Portland did a lot of things right last year in their 51-win season. The one constant for them was how they played defense.
You know, Kevin, they were good all season long in terms of staying focused on that side of the ball. Really made sure to challenge every shot, and with their length and reach, they should be a factor defensively.
Here's James following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. The drive by James. A shot by Harden, wide open. And it's Portland with the rebound.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Here's Anthony. Up again. The rebound by Harden. Nets trail by 3. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Here's Westbrook. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Westbrook's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, you know, as you said, Portland challenged every shot last season. They were a top 10 team in limiting opponents' shooting percentage. They were also best in the league in limiting three-pointers.
A different look now for Portland. Marcus Gasol's checked in for Cousins. Griffin comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Chris Paul subbed in for Curry. Durant's checked in for Brooklyn. Leonard comes in for LeBron. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Paul kicks to Gasol. Anthony against Leonard. 5 on the clock. Anthony, the pass to Griffin. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
There are a lot of different approaches on defense. Portland challenged shots and didn't make risky plays. They were last in turnovers forced last year, but overall, they had a strong defense.
And guys, Blake Griffin has got to be one of the more humble stars in the league. You really hear about off-court issues and interviews. He's engaging and comes off kind of as a regular guy.
That's the way it appears to me, Kevin. The young man has his head screwed on pretty tight and both feet on the ground. He started out as a class act, and he stayed one.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Wall's checked in, and then for Brooklyn, Damian Lillard comes in for James Harden. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Russell Westbrook. That's off as well, so he misses both.
And talking about Blake Griffin, one of the more well-liked players in our league, but also one of the most teed-up players, top 5 in the league for the past 4 seasons. He's been ejected from several games as well.
Here's Paul, following the score by Damian Lillard. And it's sent back by Howard. Out of bounds, Trailblazers ball as Portland keeps possession. Portland with the ball. They trail by 1. And he gets the bucket.
And, you know, getting back to Griffin, it's hard to stay grounded in this league. All the money, endorsements, ad campaigns, commercials, and so forth, that stuff can take you off track. But I think he's going to be grounded and maintain his focus going forward.
Howard dishes to Durant. From 11 feet away, no good off the front iron.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Griffin attacking. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Howard. Hits the jump hook. Howard's got his first points in this one. 59 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Gasol a screen. Anthony drives in. Pass to Griffin. And he slams it one-handed.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Howard. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
They are really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
And watch, Clark, how the game plays out, because this is going to open things up on the perimeter.
Now here's Paul. Stolen by Durant. And Leonard has it in the corner. They get it back. Howard kicks to Durant. And they convert it last on attempt number 3.
And back and forth we go. That bucket gives us another lead change.
Too many of those to count. These teams have matched each other shot for shot, play for play.
And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team.
It's easy. It's basketball. It's out there having fun. It's out there working together. You know, the biggest thing is the defensive end. You know, as long as we keep that up, we're going to score enough points to, you know, possibly win basketball games. So I'm definitely not concerned from that aspect of it.
You don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about, and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Setting the floor for the Nets. LeBron James is out there with Durant. Then there's Russell Westbrook. And there's Davis. And it's Harden in at the 2. Aldridge a screen. The drive by Anthony, and Davis sends it back. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. There's the bucket. Good. And it's 7 points for Russell Westbrook. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Brooklyn?
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
And stolen by James. Durant with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Westbrook passes to Durant. Tries from 10. That one wide left.
And guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
Anthony dishes to Aldridge. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists now in this one. Nets leading by 3. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
Well, you knew something was amiss with Durant last year. They eventually shut him down for the entire season after he was injured, which was the safe thing to do, and, Greg, the right thing to do.
Absolutely. When you have a franchise player trying to work back from injury, no need to try and get a few more games from him at the risk of derailing his career.
And he sinks the second.
For Durant, KD did try to return last season, but that foot just wouldn't cooperate, and that's when they had to shut him down.
Aldridge a screen. Anthony kicks to Curry. Cousins with a screen for Curry. Thompson outside, takes the three, and that one's good.
Of all the guys you want to leave open out on the perimeter, he is the absolute last guy on the list. Attention to detail. Know your personnel.
One last thing with Durant's foot. Foot injuries can be a scary thing in the NBA. Along with knees, those are the injuries you don't want to risk anything with.
Thompson with it, guarded now by Durant. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
And guys, remember, LaMarcus Aldridge last January suffering a torn ligament in his thumb, scheduled to undergo surgery and miss 2 months of the season. But he opted to tough it out and keep playing. And boy, how big was that for the Blazers?
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And Aldridge postponing that thumb injury surgery, even though they said it might double his eventual recovery time.
Yeah, I think it's pretty admirable that he was out there because he wasn't just playing in pain. He was playing hurt. That shows you his commitment to winning.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Harden against Thompson. Clock at 6. Pass to Aldridge. And Durant sends it back. And it's out of bounds. And they say it was last touched by Durant. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Marcus All's checked in for Cousins. Griffin comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. John Wall's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Paul in for Curry. And then for Brooklyn, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Durant. Leonard comes in for James. And Irving subbed in for Russell Westbrook.
And John Wall, guys, is still one of the most explosive players in the league. His speed makes professional athletes look like they are stuck in mud.
And the first one drops. Well, you're talking about Wall's burst. He can go end to end in seconds. Clark, you're amazed. You said he's a blur.
Yeah, rack to rack in a nanosecond is what Wall can do. I mean, his speed is something special.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And for the last 3 seasons, what a talented young backcourt John Wall and Bradley Beal have become. Wall drafted 1st overall, Beal 3rd in different drafts. A little lottery luck, if you will, and great scouting of these two.
Paul kicks to Thompson. Gasol a screen. The drive by Thompson. Another shot, and there's the nice layup by Gasol. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you can hope for.
Well, neck and neck, how about that? I mean, ferociously competitive. I mean, tight as me in an airplane bathroom.
That's not the visual I was looking for right now, but there have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Here's Paul. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Paul's got his second bucket. Well, Clark getting back to Wall and Beal, they really complemented each other perfectly over the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, you look at some of the great backcourts of any age over that time, and Wall and Beal right there with them. And it's good to be so young and talented, that's for sure.
Just no chance for the smaller defender to block that shot.
He's really, really good at using his size to free himself up for those mid-range jumpers. A master at it.
Kyrie Irving may be the best ball handler in the league. There are a lot of guys with a good handle. He is definitely in the top 5. If not, he's got to be in the conversation.
And arguably the most talented player at his position. I mean, he can get wherever he wants to on the court. He's athletic, an unbelievable finisher as well. I think that's something that oftentimes gets underrated. Maybe the best finisher in the game.
Agreed. Paul kicks to Thompson. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. Paul against Irving. Passes it to Lillard. The kick out to Irving. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And now a 4-point Nets lead.
And you know, Kyrie Irving really ambidextrous as a ball handler because you can't play him to one side, and he's ambidextrous as a finisher too. He's so creative and crafty. Terrific at the rim with both hands.
Ball goes in. Can't hit.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Here's Irving. And it's Griffin with the rebound. For Portland, they've gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. On the wing, Thompson. We've got 13 seconds left to play here in the half. 5 to shoot. Here's Gasol. Portland again missing.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Nets lead by 4. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
You know, Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on from here on out?
Well, just communication and trusting one another. When somebody get beat, the next guy got his back, and we're just trying to get up and down, get going some way, somehow. For the most part, we did pretty good. A couple of adjustments on the defensive end. Make some shots, and we'll be fine.
Melo, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They never trailed by more than 3 points, and it was neck and neck the entire period. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their passing was impressive. They're in a good position to win this game, in large part because of those assists. And this is the thing. You win as a team in this league. You have to share the basketball to succeed. And if they carry that level of unselfishness.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Russell Westbrook really making a difference here.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
And Greg, you know how it was as the marked man when you were playing on great teams in your past. It's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
Aldridge out there with Anthony. Then there's Klay Thompson. Then it's Curry. And it's Cousins in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Thompson misses.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face. And it doesn't really matter who starts the break with how he runs the floor. He seems to always be the one who finishes.
Yeah, he is so fun to watch and how he attacks the rim at full speed like that, man. It's something to behold the way that guy gets to the rim.
Nets leading by 6. LeBron with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. Here's Davis. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Davis has got 6 points. And for LeBron James, a remarkable step. Greg, he had increased his field goal percentage for 7 consecutive seasons going into 2014.
Yeah, a steep decline last season, though, back below 50%. Was it just the challenge of new teammates and a new system? or the mileage he's accumulated? This season may start to answer that question.
Here we go, one more time. Give it up for your Blazer Dancers. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Curry against Westbrook. Outside, Davis. Clock at 6. Harden against Anthony. Again, the Nets for 2.
3 for 3, and that's always a good way to start the second half.
Outside Curry. Down low, here's Cousins. Great D that time from Davis.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Westbrook kicks to Davis. The dish to James. Back to Davis. Fires from 14. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. And now a 10-point Nets lead.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Anthony, the pass to Thompson. Aldridge a screen. The drive by Thompson, and Davis sends it back.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
Harden dishes to Westbrook. Curry with the steal, and Curry with the clear path to the hoop. And he lays that one in. Curry's got 6 points.
What a nice play. Stole it away and took it coast to coast.
And listen, the Nets had an up and down year on offense last season, but the one thing they always did was finish their drives. Very good at getting things to drop off the bounce. That was a strength last season.
A great assist. Nice work from Russell Westbrook.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Marcus All checked in for Cousins. Griffin comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. John Wall's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Paul subbed in for Steph Curry. The Nets also changing it up. Kevin Durant's checked in for Davis. Leonard comes in for James. And Irving subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And the rejection by Leonard. Nets leading by 10. Irving kicks to Howard, and the pass to Durant, using his post move to get the 2 points. Durant's got 5 points so far. For the Nets, and they're driving, they were fantastic, Clark. Second in the league last year in field goal percentage off those drives.
And a big reason for that is the strength and size of their guards, because they all can finish in traffic, and that's how you get high shooting percentages. You have to make tough shots against contact.
They get it again. Portland's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Griffin. Portland again missing.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish. It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
The shot's good from Paul.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Harden against Anthony. Here's Durant. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's going to be on Blake Griffin.
And Marcus All surprisingly nimble for a 7-footer. He really moves his feet well at both ends of the floor.
And when you look at Marcus All now versus when he came into the league, remarkable how that body of his, Clark, has transformed.
Kevin, he changed his diet and he dropped a bunch of weight. Believe it or not, he even grows vegetables at his house. He's really gone all in on the transformation of his body.
Clark, good information.
Yes, sir. That's what we do. That's what we do here. Woo. Info and entertainment.
Paul passes to Anthony. And he lays it straight in. Anthony's got 6.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Well, nothing was going down for him in the first half, but since the break, he's been on target.
Lillard dishes to Irving to the inside. Howard, he dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Outside Durant. Good work defensively by Paul. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. It's the Nets. They lead by 12. From Portland, and we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Nets leading by 12. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Damian Lillard out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's LeBron James. And it's Durant. And it's Davis in its center. James kicks to Davis. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
And really, I thought Anthony Davis a season ago just took the league by storm. I mean, jaw-dropping numbers. I think you could argue if the Pelicans' record had been a little better, he probably would have won the league MVP.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nets.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
Yeah, and something else they've done all through this one is knock down the mid-range jump shot whenever they've had the chance.
James Harden, he's checked in for Damian Lillard. Westbrook passes to Durant. Lets it go from 11 and off the front iron, and in it goes. And the Nets lead by 15. And you look at the development of Anthony Davis last season, far and away the best player efficiency rating wise in Clark the NBA.
Yeah, that's called PER, player efficiency rating, one of the 4 best marks in NBA history for Davis, alongside Chamberlain, Jordan, and LeBron James.
Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. Outside Curry. Count the bucket.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing.
Westbrook kicks to Durant. Shoots from the block. And that one's good. Durant's got 4 points in the quarter.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Terry Stotts as he addressed his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Carmelo Anthony. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. He also wants his players putting pressure on the defense with early offense. Lots of shots and an aggressive approach in general whenever they've got the ball. A few late-on-the-fly adjustments as the situation gets more desperate for them. It's going to be a tough hill to climb, guys.
All right, Doris, thanks. Durant dishes to Davis. Five on the clock. And good on the basket. Book it. And the Nets lead by 19.
sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
And he gets the bucket.
For a big man, he is multi-talented. The jump shot, the handles, the passing, he's a stat sheet stuffer.
On the wing, James. He's covered by Thompson. That's good. And it's 13 points for Kevin Durant.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
Yeah, it's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Dwight Howard's checked in for Durant.
Dwight Howard.
Curry against Westbrook. Harden up top. On the wing, James. Clock at 6. Kicks it out to Harden. He feeds it to LeBron. Back to Harden. It's tipped. Here's Davis. And he overshot that one, missing. Trailblazers trail by 16. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Aldridge with a screen on Westbrook. A 3-ball. Offensive rebound.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Harden the pass to Davis. Davis can't get that one to fall.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Anthony kicks to Aldridge. And the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nets leading by 16. 1:53 left in the fourth quarter. Davis dishes to Harden. Back to Davis. And that one goes in as he is fouled. It will be 3 points if he converts at the line.
And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that. Well, how about Anthony Davis in this one? He has 14 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
Curry with a wide open look. Portland no good that time either.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Howard setting the pick for Westbrook. Misfires after coming off the pick.
And with room like that off the pick, you have got to knock that one down.
Well, you know, they did everything right, Greg. They executed. All you want is a good look at the basket. Sometimes the shots just don't fall.
Anthony, the pass to Cousins. The shot is off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Nets.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
And maybe it goes without saying, but they had no answer for Davis. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. An MVP candidate right from the start of the season. and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. But he was ahead of the Snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Harden. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
Dwayne Wade, he's checked in for Portland. And the Nets making a change here as well. Irving's checked in. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. George with the bucket.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Here's Lillard. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to...
Kevin, what was the key in securing this win tonight?
Well, we had to get stops. You know, those guys, they got so many options, so many good players, man. We just had to rally around each other and get stops.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. See you later.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Anthony Davis.
One thing you know about Davis is that he's always going to play with an insane amount of energy. It's always full speed ahead with him, and we saw that tonight. Offensively, he plays as well as anyone.
I think his efficiency from the field was the biggest factor in this win. He made over 60% of his shots. I don't care if you're playing one-on-one or one-on-five. That is a great percentage.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.